Hey guys, it's Dev and today is going to be Technic Tuesday, but we have a new little friend. There should be a vlog sometime about him. But meet Shadow. He's the new little puppy. He got his first vaccination today, so he's feeling a bit tired. So I'm going to leave him alone now and let him play. So today's video is going to be on camera basics. So let's get into that. So roll the intro.
She got two little horns and they give me a little.
Okay, so let's get into the basics of using a DSLR. So for smartphone users, this won't be applicable all too much, but you can get an app to emulate this so you can practice. But a few basics of a DSLR is you need to know the exposure triangle. I'll either leave a link down below to an article explaining it or a video or something, but I'll do a video for next week's Technic Tuesday to explain to you guys what that is and how exactly it works. So this is going to be a short-ish video. So the first few settings you need to know is you need to know how to take a picture, you need to know how to put your camera into manual. Now if you don't know, on the top of the camera there should be a little dial and it's usually the emblem on that little dial that means manual. So what this means is it gives you full control over your camera. Like all the settings you can change on the fly. And to get the best possible photos, you can do that. But if you're not used to a camera yet, put it on auto, just turn off the flash and take photos, let the camera adjust everything, and then when you feel comfortable, you can go into manual and start doing stuff yourself. And remember, it's not going to look the best in the beginning because you still need to learn, but the only way you're going to learn is if you do something. Let's talk about the three settings that you guys need to know about: your ISO, your aperture, and your shutter speed. So let's start with the shutter speed because it sounds pretty cool and it has the word speed in it, so it means it's probably fast. And that's exactly what it is. Shutter speed controls how fast your camera actually takes the picture. So it has a little thing that closes and that takes your picture. So the faster that closes, the less light can come through, because you know light actually moves. So the faster it closes, the less light can go through into the sensor, and that would make the image less bright. So there are a few other things that the setting changes. So the faster the shutter speed, the more freezes time. So let's say you were taking a picture of someone running or something, then if you had a very fast shutter speed, then it would freeze time, his legs, nothing would be blurry, everything would just be still, which looks cool. If you had a slower shutter speed, on the other hand, things would start to get blurry. Like the things that are moving fast, like his arms or his legs, they would be on the blurrier side. That would give off an interesting effect, but it does make it hard to shoot handheld. So let's put it into a dark situation. So I actually have some bad photos that I took when me and my girlfriend did a shoot the other day, and I'm going to show them to you. So on the first picture you can see she's kind of like, she's not in focus, but the picture is bright enough, but she's blurry. She moved or something and now she's blurry. Now if you want to use this to your advantage, I'll show up the next picture right now, and that's the one where her hair is blowing in the wind. Now as you can see, her face was still, so her face is in focus, but the hair creates this very dreamy flowy look, and that's because the shutter speed was very slow. So the hair started here, and by the time it closed, the hair was over here, and now my dog is barking. So the next setting, aperture. So that also sounds pretty cool, but you don't quite know what it means. Sum it up, aperture is a hole. So if you think about it, if I were to take a piece of paper and cut a hole in it and put it over the lens, if it's a big hole, you would be able to see me fine, but if it's a tiny hole, you wouldn't be able to see me all too well, and it would be pretty dark because there's not a lot of light coming through. So aperture is built into your lens. So for most of you, if you're watching this video, you probably have a kit lens, so it's like f3.5 to something. Mine at this moment, because I'm zoomed into 55mm, is 5.6. That means the background's still pretty blurry, but it's not that really blurry that looks very nice in photos. If you know what bokeh blur is, that's what you call this background blur from the f-stop. So it's weird how aperture works. So the smaller the f number, so in my case it's f5.6. So let's say this represents f5.6 and I were to change it to f22. That means this hole is probably this small. So I'm quickly going to change the setting. I'm going to sit back down and I'm going to show you guys how dark the image gets without, I didn't change anything else, I just made the hole smaller, that's all. Okay, so it's tracking my face, but the image is totally dark because it's actually f32 now apparently. So it's a very small hole, and I know you can't see me, but let's quickly change it back and I can continue to explain. Okay, so now you can see me again. So as you can see, the smaller the hole, the less light comes into the camera. The last thing, ISO. Now what this is, think of it as the brightness. Like all of these settings change the brightness of the image, but this one is synthetic. This one does not rely on the actual light. So what it does, if you think about it, you can, if you've ever edited a photo on an app on your screen and you turn up the brightness, you can see it really gets ugly and weird things start coming out and it just makes the picture look ugly. Now that's the same as ISO, it's just real time. It's when it's recording, it does this. So on most cameras you can push your luck with the ISO, like you can take it pretty high to keep the shutter speed slow. So let's say you're taking a portrait of someone at night, boost the ISO higher and take the photo so that when you handheld it doesn't shake and blur everything. But taking it too far will make the images look ugly. You will get ISO noise. On videos it's most apparent because I don't know if you can see, but there should be some, looks like stuff crawling like white noise on a TV. That's what the background should look like. If not, I'll boost the ISO quickly and I'll show you guys what I mean with the ISO. Okay, so you probably see it looks like ants crawling on my face or anything in the background. You'll see it looks, stuff is like moving. That is what ISO noise looks like. This is something you want to avoid at all costs. These are just 3 ways you can control how bright your images are. And the blurriness of images and shallow depth of field, all the settings do that. Each setting does its own thing, but they all contribute to the same effect in the end. Some of them just have some side effects. So let me change the ISO back because the crawlingness is probably distracting you right now. I know it does me when I see it. So let's switch it back and I'll quickly recap everything I've said. Set back now, let's recap. So aperture, that is the hole. So the bigger the hole, the more blurry the background. The smaller the hole, the more things that are in focus. This also controls the brightness. The bigger the hole, the brighter the image. The smaller the hole, the less bright the image. Next one, shutter speed. That's how fast the camera takes a picture. Essentially, just to sum it up in idiot terms. Well, not idiot terms, you guys aren't idiots, but just in stupid terms, because I know if I saw a video explaining it like this, I would have understood it a lot better and wouldn't have watched 4 videos to figure it out. The higher the speed that it closes, the less light comes in, making the image less bright and also freezing time. So fast shutter speed, think of the runner. If someone's running fast shutter speed, he will freeze in time, like everything will be in focus, nothing will be blurry. So, ISO now. ISO is the fake brightness. It does not have any real side effects except for the noise. If you push the ISO too high, then you get ISO noise. ISO noise, it looks like it's a grainy type effect. It looks like someone put sand over your photo or something. Like, you can use it to a creative advantage, so it gives it like filmic look, but most people try to avoid it. That's why people buy these expensive lenses with bigger apertures and stuff like that, so that they can keep the ISO lower and still have a very bright image. So yeah, that was about it for Technique Tuesday today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Next week's video will be dependent on today's comments. If you comment down below, I'm going to see a video on how to take video with my DSLR or how the exposure triangle works. Comment that down below. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, thumbs up, please. I'm South African. Give me a shout, man. Would really appreciate it. Can't talk anymore. Anyway, yeah, this has been Dev, and I'm out.